And they do this, we call it metabolism. And these are the chemical reactions that occur inside of a cell. Everything from anabolism, putting things together, to catabolism, breaking them down. Creating carbohydrates out of sunlight, and then breaking that down for energy. And they do these things, it's all through metabolic pathways, and we understand metabolic pathways a lot better. So everything that the cell needs is actually follows certain thousands and thousands of different kinds of metabolic pathways, or there might be a general pathway and then a whole bunch of branches that create other different things. So, and they produce biological molecules. We've kind of gone over some of them. Proteins, amino acids make proteins, carbohydrates, sugars, fatty acids, lipids, steroids, all kinds of different things. And then they break down key biological molecules in a cell. One of the ones where most of the energy comes from is called glucose. It's a monosaccharide sugar, a very, very simple sugar. It's been made in the process of photosynthesis. So all the glucose, all the carbohydrates are made by plants or other organisms that can actually take sunlight and transform it into carbohydrates. And then those are broken down and turned into ATP. And we'll look at that. So the two metabolic pathways we're going to concentrate on are photosynthesis and cellular respiration. They feed into each other into one gigantic loop. And all the energy, well, not all, but almost all the energy on Earth for all life starts with the energy from the sun. Okay, so this is basically a carbon cycle, and carbon carbon in terms of the molecules of life. So for photosynthesis, we've got CO2 in the air and H2O, and requires sunlight energy. And we'll look at the process in greater detail, but the end product is carbohydrate. And all carbohydrates are basically six atoms of carbon, 12 of hydrogen, 6 of oxygen, and in the process, oxygen is also released. And the thing is, this carbohydrate, that's a simple one, you can string them all together into very, very, very long molecules of carbohydrates that have lots and lots of bonds and energies that you can get. So, again, here's photosynthesis from, let's say, plants. It goes through this, and it takes carbon dioxide out of the air and the sun energy and transforms it into sugars and oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is being released. That comes originally from carbon dioxide and H2O. Okay, and then those sugars are eaten by the cow or by heterotrophs. So autotrophs produce their own energy, like plants, And heterotrophs break that energy down. So we've got cattle or our cells. And they do that through what's called cellular respiration. And in that process, you get ATP, which is the energy, and then they release CO2 and H2O, which goes back into the atmosphere and it completes the cycle. Okay. So we'll pick up from there. Next week is going to be the first exam on Thursday. Okay. So we're just going to finish up this chapter 5, and then that's what will be on the exam.